Hello everyone, Clay Jones with Foxx Disc Golf here. Got the champ Michelle Jones here with me.
Hey, 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 hey!
We are back at the New World Disc Golf course with our buddies from Bullet Disc Golf, Glenn and Daniel Alexander.
Yes, they were excellent TDs for this event.
I thank Dynamic Discs and everybody out at New World for participating and sponsoring this tournament.
Yep, and special thanks to Disc Golf Center for always supporting Fox Hills. Get yourself some Frisbees.
Yeah, all kind of Frisbee stuff.
BorisMD.com if you need your medical cannabis certification. So after round one, James Bergman's 9 down, Aaron Doyle is 8 down, Nicholas Masters is 4 down, and Jared Stoll right behind him at 3 down.
Alright, here's the lovely hole 1 on the blue-white course at New World. It's par 3, 335. You throw from under some trees to under some other trees.
Yep, such a beautiful course.
It really is a nice course. It's basically 2 9-hole courses put together.
All right, we got James Bergman. Jimmy's from Texas originally. He's a Florida guy now. His sponsors include OTB Discs, Synergy Dies, and Pro Discus.
Yeah, 335, definitely a very reachable hole, but it's kind of a small gap you can see there in the front of that green, and it's kind of long route to get around him. Jimmy's going straight at it. A little short. He's going to have to deal with that stuff, so he'll have a look.
Aaron Doyle from right here in Jacksonville up next. His sponsors are Nice Disc Golf, 3D Disc Golf, and Hunter Hot Stamp.
Aaron's got a backhand flipped up nice. Just flipped over a little too much, but he's scooted around that one big guardian, and he's got a really pretty straight look at it.
Nicholas Masters up next on the tee pad. He was the course pro here, but now he has moved to Tampa. His sponsors include Prodigy Discs, Hunter Hot Stamp, New World Sports Complex, and Circle One Productions.
Nick's going to go forehand. He's going to try to get around that left big boy over there and just sort of slide it back in the side door.
Oh.
Yeah, it looked like it hyzers up a little early there, and he's sort of right in the middle of the stuff, possibly. We'll have to see when we get down there.
Jared Stoll is from Michigan. He's sponsored by Westside Discs and Under 54 Disc Golf.
Jared has some distance. And some sweet socks. Jared's got one coming around, trying to scoot in there, and yeah, he'll have a look for sure.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he's looking like he's about 25, 28 maybe. Yeah, you can see Nick's got some distance and he's got some stuff in the way, so he's got a sort of a flick run at it, I guess, but mainly just a layup. Definitely is a little bit of a downhill run behind the basket, so if you go too hard at it, you could wind up another 30 feet out. So, smart play. You can see the wind started kicking up too. I want to say this was a 1:30 tee off. Is that correct?
I think that's about right.
Yeah, it was 1:30 in the afternoon. Good run.
Oh.
Man, that one looked like it just hit the middle of the top of the dang last rung up there. Just a tiny bit short.
What a pretty shot that is. Oh my goodness, it's like it's got a force field around it.
It does have a force field around it, but James is going to break it, I feel like now. Going to have this left for par.
Nice, Jimmy.
No problem with that nice sweet spin putt, man. That really helps fight the wind when you can give it a little force, spin it in. These guys are a super fun card to play with. They're all good buddies, and just was a blast. So we appreciate you guys. Let us follow you around and film you.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right, big old hole 2 at 688 is a par 4. Sort of break it up in this first shot, and then second shot you got to look at the basket. First shot you just got to get around the corner and get in good position. Then you got to try to get about 400 feet if you can.
Oh,
so you have a look at that basket. I say that pine tree is probably about 400, 450 from the turn at the bottom of the apex down there. So you definitely got to break it up. Yeah, it's a variety of shots you could play here, but basically they're all going to get you down to that one landing zone. Jimmy's going backhand, high turnover.
Oh, get around it. Oh, he did.
He got around it and going to do the plinko around the old cedar there. And he came out with a little bit of distance, but he's going to have that cedar in his backswing there a little bit, so not perfectly ideal. Here it looks like he's going to choose that same shot, that up high turnover, let it ride. Yeah, that one hugged the corner a little bit more. Still got the old plinko tree, but he came out a little bit better, more open position, so you can see the basket down there still a ways. Oh, here we go. Mr. Masters is going to throw that high Spike Heiser finger popper flick.
Finger popper. That's so fun.
He's got it up there. It's going around. That looks really ideal. So, yeah, he's going to be really in the wide open with great footing and everything. So, that's just about perfect.
Well, now look at this line. This looks different.
He's got his disc upside down and backwards. Somebody stop him. He's just going to throw an ace right here. Boom.
Wow.
Yeah. A to B.
Yeah. Obviously played some baseball in his day.
Yeah. Tombstone City.
Spiked one in there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see it still over there. It's no joke. It's about a third of the way into the ground, so. Yeah, you can see James made him stumble a little bit with the footwork and everything. He had to sort of get the Tyrannosaurus Rex arms against that tree, so unfortunately that caused him to get into that other tree, but I think he trickled through and he's probably going to be okay.
Ooh, this looks buttery.
Doesn't it look buttery?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Right on the edge. Nicholas was also in that perfect position, so he's got a good rip at it.
Go, go, go. Yeah, that was nicely done, Nikolai.
Oh yeah, he's probably right on the edge circle there. 32 out maybe.
Oh, I like how he chose to leave it in there.
Oh, you almost have to. I think it should be a rule maybe. Yeah, you could hear that snap. I don't know if he got it turned over quite as much as he wanted. He caught a little bit of stuff. He's going to be out there a little ways, so still be up about probably 80 out. And that was about perfect. That one caught just a tiny bit of the edge and just knocked it down. Good run. That one just fell out and caught a gravity storm right there. Halfway there was a gravity storm that kicked up and dropped Nicholas's disc to the ground. So that's all I can say.
Those happen. Those are rough. All right though, par's okay.
Yeah, par's definitely okay. I mean, it's not great.
No, but
it's okay.
We can party.
Oh, here we go.
Bogathon.
Everybody's got a 34 up there right now, so we're all just cruising along with the old party. So nothing much to say, but look at those beautiful graphics.
There you go.
Hole 3, 250, par 3. It's in the woods. It's like a super gauntlet, though. It's basically like the dream, disc golf hole dream.
Yeah, it's pretty aceable.
Very aceable.
Ask Josh McElwaney.
Yeah, and look it up on the YouTube.
Right.
James cheating the edge, got one flipped over high. Man, that's an ace run. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, that was beautiful.
That's a beauty.
That guy's good.
Aaron's got one a little bit more down the middle, coming straight at it, flipped over a little bit extra. You're going to wind up in the stuff some there. You're going to have to make a fun putt.
Yep. Uh-oh. Fingerlinger.
Thank you very much. What happened there, Nikki? Just messing with you, buddy. I love you. It happens to me all the time.
Jared taking the flick route.
Oh, yeah, he cheated the edge. Just going to stable up a little early on him. I'm going to put him over there about 40, maybe 45 out. Nick popped out to the middle, so he's got a nice little flick up shot there, though. But he also wound up in the undesirable zone over there.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see Jared is going to have to do some stretchy yoga action to get out there to get a good look at it.
Wow. That's serious. Helps to be tall, I guess.
It doesn't hurt. I'm flexible.
Oh, get up. Oh.
Man, that was a hearty, nice run. Elevated basket, you can see it up there. It's like a foot and a half at least up higher than normal, so. Ugh, little low. Aaron wound up in like a little closet there. It's like a little nature's closet right there. So he's got to look. And man, he makes the best of it.
Yeah, that was a nice bird.
Gotta take what you can get in those opportunities, man. When they present, you gotta make that putt.
Nice.
Very nicely done. Yeah, these Prodigy baskets with those heavy chains, they like it dead center with a nice steady pace. Not too hard, not too soft.
Just like that?
Just like that. Yeah, it helps if your drive lands about 8-10 feet from the basket too. That makes a lot more of them go in. That's how you do it. Ghost putt.
Goodness. Yeah, that would be camera goal A and B missing that putt, but he made it.
Yeah, it's okay.
You should fire her.
Happens. Gotta put James at 10 down, Aaron at 9 down, cruising right along. Hole 4 is 601 at par 4. It was rainy the day we flew the drone, but the water has subsided a little bit since then, so it's still long, but not quite as soggy.
Yeah.
It's a blind tee shot. Can't really see the basket from the tee, but it's relatively open. Yeah, you just kind of want to look around the corner there, but can't really see it. James is choosing the straight down the middle, rip it down route, and looks about perfect.
Yeah, even got past some of the soggy.
Yeah, got past a little soggy. That is a problem there, though. You can see there's some stuff in the way on that side. If you get up and over this bank of trees and to the right and get some distance, you're pretty much wide open.
Like where he's going.
Yeah, Aaron threw it up just like I said there. Do it up and over. And that's a really great throw. You got one little bitty tree and then the guardians around the basket, but relatively wide open. Jared's got the big run up. Lets one go. High, flippy. Completely out of catch cam range. And lands down. It got it flipped over a little more than he wanted, and but he got some distance. Yeah, Nick caught a pretty hard pine hit there and came down relatively early, but he's lucky. He could have been over in that stuff to the right, so he's still got an open look at it, so he can get there from here.
Yep, he kind of cut off a lot of that distance there.
He did. He caught that tree there at the end, or it would have been even closer, but he's still got a good chance to get up and down. James, yeah, he got a really good chance to get up and down now, I think. Yeah, you can see that relatively open up shot from over on that side. I mean, that's really ideal. Coming at you.
Yeah, that's right.
Good. Yeah. Can't get much better than that.
Well.
Unless you do that. Yeah, that's how you make your scorecard look a lot better right there.
I'm telling you, I bet there are not a lot of twos on this hole.
Money. Nick just very happy to throw it up underneath the basket with everybody else, so they showed this hole who was boss.
Yeah. Nick will have to settle for his par because of that first tree hit, but the tap-in birds are nice.
Yeah, really nice. Well played hole, gentlemen. Still going to keep that one stroke separation at the top, though. Aaron Doyle is hanging on right there. Hole 5. The boys from Bullet Disc Golf, excuse me, the men from Bullet Disc Golf brought over this pole and put this bad boy up a little bit higher and made it definitely a little more interesting.
Yeah, it's not an island anymore like it was at the Jacks Open, but
it's a tower.
It's a tower.
Yeah. 400 feet too, it's not a joke. So you got to throw it pretty hard just to get it there, and then you got to make a putt on an elevated basket. So definitely got some teeth. Jared let that one go pretty high, but highs up a little early on him, but he's still on the green. Looking at it, probably 40-ish, 42 maybe.
I like it.
James going that direct route, flipped it over just a little bit. He's going to slide it right up there. I like that idea.
That was about perfectly done.
Yeah, didn't even look like it took much effort.
He tends to do that.
Uh-huh. Aaron Doyle going around the outside. That one also looks pretty tasty. Needs to get a little good skip. Got a little skip, but he could be out there probably 46-ish. Nick looks like he's also going around that outside route. Nick with a little bit lower route. He's going to get a little more ground play. Oh yeah. Got a little hovercraft, a little spin around roll. He's right in there.
Oh yeah, he knew it the whole time.
Yeah, baby.
That was beautiful. Look at that. I bet
Cool.
it played like 56 with that.
Yeah, played like
elevated
56
basket.
for sure. All right, now everybody else has to make their putts because they don't want to get big putted. I mean,
Right?
you know. There's one. Very nicely done. Yeah, you can see right there. That's still outside the circle and
Wow.
dead center.
These guys are good.
Yeah, that's how you want to do it, man. Good speed. Put it right in the middle of that basket. Boom. And James rounds out for the star frame.
Very nice. The chain rattler.
Oh yeah, nicely done, sound effects department. Oh yeah, look at the sweet twos. That was nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff there.
Still keeps us at 1 apart too. So tight. Hole 6, 545 is par 4. It's like a large gauntlet, I want to say.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Got a couple little guys in the middle though, they're messing with you too, but pretty much you just got to throw it down the middle, get some turnover action, and you can see that basket's a little downhill, a little in there, tucked in. It's a great hole.
Ooh, the flick it around it all route.
Yeah, that's a high, probably unflown route. It's very rarely used over there for this hole. Came out pretty good though. I think James, he likes to go that direct route. There it is, straight down the middle. The little wobbin and beebin? Beebin and wobbin?
Okay.
Weaving and bobbin? Something like that.
Beebin and wobbin. It's good.
It's definitely like a large slalom course as well down this little hole, so I really like this hole. Great design. Aaron's got that similar path working too. Oh yeah, he got a little Dukes of Hazzard skip as well.
Fun.
There's that flick route.
He's angry right now.
Came out on the other side, but he's open and got a good look at the basket, so whatever it takes. That one looks like it wants to just spin around and skip in. Very nicely played. It's gonna leave him about 20 feet. Similar route, missed the guys, but caught the base of that stuff, so he's looking at a little bit more challenging putt there, so.
Just go in.
I mean, it looked like it wanted to go in. Boom, that's perfectly played. Looked like it wanted to go in for a minute and just lost altitude the last and just was a pole popper.
Pole popper. Okay, I like that too. That's fun.
James straight at it with not much in the way. That low ceiling around the basket though makes it hard to really go for it right there. So caught a little bit of stuff, but he wound up about 12 feet out.
Beautiful bird.
Yes, that's how you play that one. Just a bit outside.
At Disc Golf Center, we strive to provide the best customer service and value. With our live inventory of over 20,000 discs, we have the widest selection and the best prices. Check out discgolfcenter.com to see what we have to offer, including free shipping within the United States on all orders over $12 and a customer rewards program that gets better over time. Visit discgolfcenter.com, the world's largest disc golf store.
All right, we are back live with a tie score, 12-12.
Oh my goodness. Such close golf. This is so much fun.
Yeah, man. Island hole number 7, 269, par 3. Definitely added some teeth to this location here. It's like a wall. It's not an impenetrable wall, but it is a wall of bullet disc golf over there. We had to get a little special picture-in-picture action on this one. There was just so much activity on this hole. I felt it warranted it.
Cool.
Oh. Denial.
Oh, that
Oh.
was a terrible throw, but that's even more unfortunate that just happened.
Yeah, he could have scooted through, but no such luck.
What a baby.
Here you're going to go around the outside with the traditional hyzer shot.
Oh.
Yeah, caught a little of that moss, and that did not help him out at all and sent him straight out of bounds. It's a drop zone situation.
Well, goodness.
Drop zone's probably, I don't know, 50 out, something like that, 55 out. Nick's going to change it back up and go with forehand. Got a little more spiky action going in there. I like that play.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Appreciate it.
See if James goes straight at it or if he goes around the outside. He's pretty much going straight at everything, so. Yeah, I gave this one a little bit more of a hyzer angle. A little easier to stop it.
Oh my goodness, that was perfect.
Yeah, especially if you
That's
stop
so
it right
pretty.
underneath the basket. So, yeah, you can see there's a drop zone. It's makeable, but it's probably 55-60 out. Yeah, it's makeable.
You know, it's just a putt for this guy.
Yeah,
That was impressive.
it's a nice par. About perfect right there, man. That's about your perfect long putt. Alright, let's see if Bergman-Doyle can match it. No problem, baby. What? Beautiful.
Maintaining his bogey-free round.
Yeah, I mean, that's just so money. Man. So clutch.
I mean, I hate to say it, but Rick Doyle.
Yeah, Jimmy thought he was going to get a couple of strokes. Only managed to get one there. That's a big deal in your fight, man. I tell you, if you got to hang in there when you can hang in there, it's tough. There
It's
you
such
go.
a fun card. These guys were so great.
A couple of great birdies and a couple of really great par saves. All right, here we are at hole 8, 780, par 4. Yeah, everywhere outside the lines is no bueno.
Yeah. It's kind of tight. That's
Absolutely. I mean, it's, you know, it's a pretty generous, wide open fairway, but man, there's that OB everywhere, so you better stay in the lines. And she pinches down and opens back up, but then you can see creeping back into the left is some more OB over there behind the basket, so it's a bit of a technical hole. Mr. Masters ain't scared, lets one rip.
Uh-oh.
Caught some tree, but he came down inbound, so he's okay. Jimmy's got one low coming in hot. Hopefully going to avoid those same trees, and he does. Almost takes out Alan, the camera guy. That one just flew right over Alan's head, man. I'm sure he got some adrenaline off of that one. Jared lets one rip. He's got up a little bit higher than he probably wanted.
Caught
And
the
also
tree.
tried to take Alan out again with the tree shot.
Yeah, he's in the perfect spot.
Yeah, he's like a plastic magnet over there. That's a little bit more traditional play right dead in the middle of the fairway, so that's pretty good. Nick's going to be first up with his up/second shot. He really needed that cart path skip right there. That would have been a little more dramatic and left him, you know, a little outside comfortable putting range for sure.
This shot was so scary. It's so close to where his hand would hit that tree.
Oh, yeah, I hear you, man. I hit my hand on the fence here the other day, and it was not a joke.
Yeah, and he still just ripped it, man. He didn't even struggle with that.
No, man, that was a beauty, too. He was about probably 12 feet from the basket. Here, and with that ideal drive, landed up nice and flat. Gotta leave himself a little bit of work to do. I would say he's about 35 out. What a beautiful course this New World Disc Golf Course is. Really, again, I'd like to thank everybody out here maintaining and taking care of it. And that was a beautiful shot as well James just made, so no pressure for him.
Yeah, if you have not come to New World, you're missing out. You need to put it on your bucket list.
Definitely got some moss over the top of the basket and on the path there, so just a lot of stuff to deal with. He almost snuck through for it, though.
No.
Just a little low. Just a little low as well, but it still counts.
Yeah.
Skip shot.
Good bird.
Nice bird.
Great up, Jimmy.
Yeah, that was an even better bird. Less stressful anyway.
Less stressful bird.
Well played hole as well. It's a technical hole. Looks easy when it's done right, but it's not easy.
And that gives him 2 strokes.
Yeah. Tiny bit of separation headed into hole 9. Alright, hole 9. She's a big one. Par 5, 1,037 feet. As you can see, the arrows indicating a lot of OB off the bat there. Little landing zone right here. Definitely tapers down. Then you gotta get up to this next landing zone, somewhere in the middle up here. I'd like to thank Daniel for flying his drone in this very moist condition. And then you got this big live oak here, the low ceiling guardian. So it's a tough hole.
Yeah.
Jimmy's first up to bat. That is right in there, man.
That's about where you want to land.
Yeah. There's a short tee up there. It's pretty much anywhere in front of that, to the right of that, is just about ideal.
Whoa,
And it's
whoa.
going to be trickling over to the edge. It's going to give him a little bit of funky footing, but he's going to be okay, I think. Nick's put it right in the fat part of the middle of the green, so or the landing zone, excuse me. Looks like a green up there. Just put a basket right there, it'd be great.
Right?
I was gonna flirt with the edge, but pretty much push it up to an ideal position, so great job. Yeah, up to this position, I'd say you've only chopped off about 180 feet at the most, something like that. So she's still got around 900 feet to go. Now we got up high, but she came down, and he's going to be in pretty good position over there. He's got one pine tree, but I think that's out of his backswing, so he should be okay. And James is going to be right in the middle of the fairway, in ideal position there.
Yeah, he's very consistent. I like watching him play.
Yeah, that's a good thing to be when you're a golfer, is to be consistent, that's for sure. Especially if you're consistently good. That one wound up with a little bit of a, I wouldn't say trouble, but there's definitely a big fat tree right in front of it, so. Here's the long legs coming into play again. And that one looks turned over, but got pretty stable and sort of came down, and he's okay. We decided to go ahead and take a chunk off with that one. It's up there. There it is. Yeah, there's a lot of space over to the left and of the fairway once you get down in there. Look out, camera guy. That one about turned and burned on Alan's knee right there. Nice avoidance there, Alan. Yeah, I like that low flip-up style Jimmy's got going there, man. Yeah, he avoided a lot of the stuff there, and he's going to give himself a nice look. That one hodged up just a little bit early, and he's going to have a lot of ceiling issues to deal with.
Yeah, that's going to add some challenge.
Yeah. Nice looking lazy up shot that almost rang it up. That one hit a little bit of metal. I think it was on the bottom, but man, that was close. Oh, flick around the outside, a little bit heavy, but he's still going to leave himself on the green with a look, so can't ask for much more than that in that position. Yeah, this is tough. This is about 60, 70 feet out still, and man, he got slammed down very early and left himself about 40 feet still. And he still got a little bit more moss that helped him down on that one, so not the ending to the hole you'd like on that one there for Aaron. Yeah, you can see it was getting to be about 3 o'clock or so in the afternoon, and it was starting to pick up. The wind was definitely starting to come into play. I think it just forced that one down just a little bit, a little headwind and a little nose down, and not a good combo. James will be putting with a little bit of a crosswind action, and flat spin putt is really the way to go in the wind. Bang!
Mr. Consistency.
That's right. That's a beauty. Boom. Nice speed, just perfectly placed. It's gonna stay in just about every time.
Good putt, Nick.
Solid putt for par.
Jared took a couple extra to get that one, so not as good, but live to fight another day. That's hole 9 in this segment. That'll be the last hole, and James stretched it out a little bit on that one.
Impressive.
I'd like to thank Alan Shorter and everybody that helped us get the video out. All the New World guys, really appreciate all your hard work out there. Special thanks to Glenn and Daniel Alexander for TDing and just doing all the stuff you do for disc golf. Appreciate you guys. Dynamic Disc and New World, we appreciate your help putting this thing on. And we will be back to bring you the next segment with our sponsor, Disc Golf Center, paving the way.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
BorisMD.com as well. Get your medical cannabis certification from them.
And please, guys, subscribe. It's free. Thanks for watching.